Okay, time to check how Volsungur are getting on. In the promotion zone. Oh, suck on that, Dora. Where are you? Where have you gone? Damn, she's off home early today. I told you could trust that guy. Oh, get in. Boomfa. I am a footballing genius. Look out, boss. I'm coming for you. Go the Volsungur.
Looking for trouble and fights, but you found me. Now I'm a screw up, but baby, I'm glad you're someone to rely on, someone to rely on. No, I'm a screw up, but baby, I could be someone to rely on, someone to rely on, someone to rely on.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode number 4 of Husavik Heroes here on Shaun Does FM. I hope you are doing well, and today we keep our run hopefully going in the Iceland Cup as we take on opposition in the tier above us in Selfoss, a team who are lingering towards the bottom of that division at home for us as well. So it could be a winnable tie for us in the third round of the Iceland Cup. So if you're looking forward to that, then do remember to go down below, leave a thumbs up on the video, and if you haven't done so already and are enjoying this series here on the channel, also remember to hit that subscribe button and turn that notification bell on as well. It is greatly appreciated. So we start today's episode on the screen of Selfoss. There you can see the club in general. They have won the third division of Iceland 4 times and the second division once. They have had some experience in the top division, but not too much. Very similar to ourselves, currently find themselves down in 9th in the second tier here in Iceland. So it looks like, while we could have got a few easier draws in this round, not too many. So it's a pretty kind draw this for us, and at home, hopefully we can get a good result against these guys today. But before we crack into today's game, we'll show you guys highlights of the games that we have played in the league since the end of yesterday's episode, which was the second round of this Icelandic Cup. If you missed that, I will leave a link to it above my head in the top right corner. We started off with an away game against a team who are towards the bottom of the league in Husavik, and we got off to a good start here, an early free kick at about the 20-minute mark, and Aguijetas, who unfortunately is leaving us soon off the back of today's game. He's been offered a professional contract from a Spanish club, getting paid £2,500 a week, so he is off. But he got the first goal, then Christiansson made it 2-0. Not too long off the back of that, 2-0 up at halftime away from home, and we kept up the form in the second half. Nice little header there from Morlad onto old Gerson. He gets a goal to make it 3-0 just after halftime, and shortly off the back of that, we did make it 4. Good little short double off the back of halftime. Wonderful strike, this first time hit from Morlad, a young promising right winger that we do have here at the club, and a very comprehensive 4-0 win away from home. But as I said, it was against the team right down towards the bottom of the table, so it's 3 points that, to be fair, we probably were expected to get. And off the back of that, another away trip, this time to table toppers Leknir. This was always going to be a tough game for us, but we did get off to a good start. 24 minutes gone. Murad makes his way down the right. He might try and slot someone through there, but just lashes that into the bottom left corner, and we were 1-0 up about halfway through the first half. Unfortunately, they did pinch a goal back before halftime, did Leknir. Spinnerson up to one of his fellow teammates and just rockets that into the top right corner. Wonderful goal. And then late on, we were really good in the second half. Unfortunately, though, that header goes through the hands of our goalkeeper, and we suffer a 2-1 loss. You look at how that game turned around in the second half XG-wise, though. We had some really great chances, didn't take them, and they took theirs. So that feels like a little bit of a harsh loss. Pretty good effort away from home against the table toppers. A little bit of a harsh loss, I feel, that one, but certainly encouraging signs. And thankfully, we did bounce back in our next game at home against KF. Another big game this was, teams in and around the top of the table, and we did open the scoring just shy of the quarter of an hour mark. Good free kick, which Baldursson, our centre-back, does get on the end of with his head to make it 1-0. And then about 12 minutes before halftime, we more or less sealed the game. Morad puts down for Bittergecko, and he gets a goal, does Adolf, and we win that one 2-0. So our league form since the end of yesterday's episode, 2 wins, 1 loss, keeps us in a good position on the table. As you would have seen by the intro, we are in second, still in the promotion zone, albeit there are some teams around us who have played 1 game less, so that could change by the time that we do play our cup game in today's episode. But certainly, I still think we are more likely to go up this year than go down. Hopefully we can do that at the first time of asking. That would be somewhat of an overachievement for a team who were expected to be finishing mid-table. But today we are taking on Selfoss in the third round of the Icelandic Cup. And as you can see on screen, we are making a little bit of rotation with our team, just with players quite tired. We did have that last league game only a few days prior to this cup one, so we've had to make a few changes to the starting lineup. Yulasia is back in for Morad, who's a little bit tired. Morad, probably our preferred right winger at the moment, but the Argentinian comes back into the mix. We have changed the midfield entirely. Finlay McNabb is a youngster who we had hiding in the under-19s Englishman. He is a box-to-box midfielder who will do the job there for us today, while Bitakiko gets over a little bit of a heavy workload. Of late, alongside him is Bob Vincent in the ball-winning midfield role. Quite a versatile player, should do a decent job for us in that role. And in terms of at the back, Chris Jansson is back. He's a player I would rather be starting at centre-back, and he will have to be doing that soon because, as I mentioned, Aguajetas is off to Albacete Belompi, going there, being paid £2.4 thousand a week. So fair play to him. Can't blame him too much, even if he is a little bit of a traitor. And we've also got McQueen at the back instead of Bakary. So just a little bit of rotation. Try and keep some players fresh, considering this is a competition where we have achieved our objectives now. But it does look like a somewhat winnable tie, this one, for us. So hopefully we can get the job done here at home. And we will come back shortly with all the action in this Mjólkurbikarinn. I think I got the name for that right. Third round tie. 10 minutes gone here. The first free kick is for Selfoss. He gets around the goalkeeper, but good clearance there from McQueen. They blow a pretty good chance there, and now we might get them on the counter-attack. I'll gear snap to Chris Jansson. This would be a killer blow from one end to the other and off the upright, and Asgar Chris Jansson makes it 1-0 after 10 minutes, and that, if it was rugby, I would call a 14-point try, because that looked like they were in for all money. Down the other end were Selfoss, but we get them on the counter-attack. Nice ball played there through for our striker. Chris Jansson just gets that in off the upright, and we go 1-0 up after 10 minutes. 23 minutes gone, and Selfoss on the attack again, although we do win possession back. So encouraging start to us here with a team who definitely aren't full strength. Chris Jansson has picked up a little bit of a niggle. I see it isn't quite showing on the skin. We have switched to the FM enhanced Zealand skin. I do like that scoreboard in the top left, looks really nice. Now Augustin tries to put that in the top left corner straight at the goalkeeper. Still 1-0, and looking promising for us early on here in the third round of the Icelandic Cup. 29 minutes gone now. We do have a goal kick, and we boot it deep. We do not win the header, but it will go out to Steingrimsson on the left-hand side. What can the young Icelandic winger do? Puts the ball into the mix. A missed header forced to Olgierson, and it is 2-0 at the half-hour mark here to Volsungur. And despite not being at full strength, we are upsetting the team in the division above us. Good ball put in here from Steingrimsson, and in the end, it's not a good header there from the Selfoss player. Simple finish for our deep-lying forward, and we go 2-0 up in the first half. And that is half-time in this Icelandic third round tie, and we are looking very good despite the stats not entirely being in our favour. 2-0 up, so very happy with the way this is going. With less shots, but they have been more effective, and we were more or less gifted the second goal, but good work on the counter-attack to get the first one. We will go check our squad going into the second half here, because I have a suspicion some players may have picked up little niggles, and oh boy, we are going to have to use all our substitutions at half-time here, I think, because 3 players are on orange injuries. Did not realise that during the first half. So that means that Jansson is going to have to come on for Chris Jansson. We will bring Oskarsson on for Baldursson, and also it will be Steingrimsson coming on for the Argentinian winger out on the right. So there will be all our subs used at half-time. Not ideal, but hopefully that doesn't cost us too much in the second half. 2-0 up. Hopefully we can hold on to this result and keep our cup run going. 52 minutes gone. We have a throw-in, albeit very deep inside our half, right next to where the corner would be taken. We boot it long, and it is the first division outfit Selfoss back in possession. Long ball over the top. Oskarsson does deal with it, but gives possession straight back to them, albeit much further down the field. Another good header won by him here, and hopefully we can get something going. Tries to pick out Steingrimsson, but they do cut it out, and now they do look to get us on the counter-attack. Will be interesting to see how those changes impact things here in the second half. Didn't have much of a choice with those orange injuries. Peterson right towards the edge of the box on the left-hand side, unleashes one into the right-hand side of goal. And in fact, it was Pelson who might have got a touch on that by the look of it, as he has claimed the goal and rushes back to halfway with the ball. Still 40 minutes left, but they are clearly keen to get this back at all square. That's a really nice effort there from Peterson, and I think Pelson just pinches that off his teammate, and it is now 2-1 early in the second half to Volsungur. 55 minutes gone, and they are right on top of us here to start the second half. Selfoss looking to get this back to all square after we did have a good start to this game. Johansson tries to put a ball in block, but they do keep possession. Peterson tries to unleash another one into the right-hand side of goal. That one goes just wide, but they are on top of us early here in the second half, but we are still 2-1 up. Up to the 65-minute mark here, we do have a throw-in. Unfortunately, our striker, Chris Jansson, has also picked up an orange injury, but because we are out of subs, he is going to be kept up there. We might consider switching our strikers around at some stage just to see if that helps, but that's a little bit of a concern. We have slowed our tempo down, started to time waste play for set pieces as well, just because this game does seem to be having quite a negative impact on our players. That's really nice play there from Selfoss. Tries to chip that over our goalkeeper, just too much on it, and it does remain 2-1 with about 23 minutes left in this game. But now we are down the other end and in possession. If we can get one more goal, I think we might be okay, but we are certainly on weary legs in this game, it would appear. And now McNabb is on the ball back for Volsungur. And now our Spanish centre-back, the trader, puts the ball over the top. What can Chris Jansson do here? Great chance. Just puts it wide, and still 2-1 Volsungur. Although we are going to get shown this highlight straight from the restart. The trader gets his head on the end of that, but we give the ball straight back to Selfoss, although we eventually do get it back, and McQueen looks to get something going here down the left-hand side. Steingrimsson back to McQueen. Oskarsson holding the ball quite nicely there. Now we start to make our way for Chris Jansson. Another great chance for him. What can he do? Tries to take it near side, and the keeper pulls out a good save. Maybe we do need to switch those two around, because with that little niggle, he's not looking quite as clinical in front of goal as he usually does. They do clear the corner, but we are still on the attack here. Steingrimsson out to Chris Jansson, puts the ball in, but someone there is offside. So I think what we're going to do is make that little change up front, but with 69 minutes gone, we are still 2-1 up. 72 minutes gone here, and it is Sigtrygson on the ball for us. Boots one deep, but it is a very poor ball, and Oskarsson for Selfoss. They make their way down the right-hand side. They look to get this back to all square. What can they do? They put a ball into the mixer, and what the heck has gone on there? Ref. Apparently a penalty. I saw nothing wrong with that, and Martin puts it away. Ref's been paid off. Absolutely disgraceful decision there. Gary Martin gets his first goal of the season. I'm struggling to see where the penalty came from there. Maybe the highlight cut short, but that looked very innocuous. No obvious pushes in the back there. And Selfoss are back at all square thanks to a dodgy ref. 78 minutes gone here, and Selfoss are still on the attack. No doubt the referee would have helped them out there as well, but Steingrimsson on the attack for us. Hopefully we can counter both Selfoss's good little patch of form and also this dodgy referee who seemed to show up here in the second half, albeit they bump one long. Luckily McQueen is there to tidy things up for us, but certainly feels like the momentum has switched here in the second half after we did have to make those substitutions thanks to those orange injuries. And we've also got currently that striker on with an orange injury. They put a ball into the mixer, wins the header, just puts that over the bar and a little bit wide potentially. Still 2-2 with only 10 minutes left. 89 minutes gone, 4 minutes of added time about to come up, but we do have a throw and do give the ball away though, and Selfoss will look to pinch this late. They boot one deep, albeit Sigtrygson is there to pick it up. He better find a teammate off this because he is well out of position. Luckily we do. McNabb tries to play one forward there for Algerson, but we will get possession back from the clearest. Johnson back to Bolvinson. He pushed it up for Chris Jansson, and we look to get something going here late to try and get our noses back in front in this game. And we do hold the ball quite nicely. We have gone back to our usual style of playing since they have equalised. We won't slow the tempo down anymore, but Steingrimsson makes his way forward. What can he do? Tight angle. Good save. Algerson, surely. Yes, he does. 3-2 Volsungur in injury time. in the third round of the Icelandic Cup, and we are going to immediately tell the boys to slow things right down. We do not want them or the referee letting them back in this game. We will be more disciplined if the referee lets us, and it is 3-2 Volsungur with only a few minutes left. And Steingrimsson with the initial shot here. Good save from their goalkeeper, but Olgierson just tucks that away. Very reminiscent of Chris Wood's goal, the second one for New Zealand this morning. We'll pull the wingers back as well, get them on support, get our wing backs or full backs on defend as well. But we might just have done enough to make our way through to the fourth round of the Icelandic Cup here with that late goal. Maybe that change was justified. Olgierson, right place, right time to tuck away our third goal. We reach closer to full time. Luckily for us, the referee doesn't add too many more minutes on, so maybe he wasn't as dodgy as I made out. Probably was with that penalty that he gave to them though, but in the end, justice does prevail and we go through 3-2 over Selfoss, and that is a very good win against opposition in the tier above us. You look at the stats, pretty even game. We had the higher XG, more goals. Feel they got a little bit fortunate with their penalty, it is fair to say, but we come back and get the job done, and our cup run will continue. And you love to see it in the results off the back of that cup game. Everyone has now played 8 games, and both the other games, which did involve teams right in and around us, did finish in draws. So we do keep second spot in the league, just over a third of the way through the season. So still in the promotion zone here after 8 games played. So looking somewhat promising for us to try and get promotion this season. We'll come back shortly once I get to the draw, and we'll reveal who we will be playing in tomorrow's episode. And yet again, we have been drawn against opposition in the tier above us, this time a team towards the other end of the table, and that is Field Care. This could be a bit of a tough one for us. It is another home game for us. We're not making any money out of this Icelandic Cup run at the moment, which is a little bit concerning. I was hoping this would play out similar to how it does when you get a lower league team through the FA Cup in England, but it doesn't seem like we're getting any money at the moment. Maybe that's because we're playing these games at home where we don't get many fans showing up. But yeah, we'll see how we get on in tomorrow's episode. No doubt it will be tougher than today, but hopefully we will have a full strength side back for that game. I did forget to update you guys on the injuries that we did suffer throughout that game. There were quite a few of them. Most of them are very minor, though. They should all be back in time for our next serious game. Chris Jantz on a twisted knee, the most serious of those, the player who we couldn't bring off because we used all our subs, but the rest of them should be back in time for our next league game. So that will do it for today's episode of Husavik Heroes, a very entertaining third round game in the Icelandic Cup, and we will be taking on opposition in the tier above us yet again tomorrow, and we'll also bring you guys highlights of the couple of league games we do have between now and then, and that will get us exactly to the halfway point in the season. Hopefully we will still find ourselves in the promotion zone. That game against Reykjavik is going to be quite important for that, with them right hot on our heels. And Ferdinand Magni and Agia are no slouches either. So interesting little patch coming up, but no harder than the one that we had in between yesterday's and today's episode. So hopefully we can keep ourselves up in that promotion hunt leading into that fourth round game in the Mjólkurbikarinn. But if you did enjoy today's episode, then please do remember to go down below, leave a thumbs up on the video, and if you enjoyed the content here on the channel and haven't done so already, also remember to hit that subscribe button and turn that notification bell on as well. And until tomorrow, where we keep our Icelandic Cup run going, hopefully, thank you very much for watching. Keep on keeping on, and I'll see you then. Cheers.